Time to take a tour around the world, no passport necessary. Irvine's Global Village Festival 2016 is the place to be if you want a global experience, including everything from food and culture to music and dance.
Irvine especially just brings so many different people together, so it's a really interesting place to be, and it's really nice and friendly, and even if people don't speak the same language, they seem to make it work.
I see the organization, I see the diversity. This is really the spirit of the international, global world here.
Jenny Tran, a mom of 3 young ones, comes year after year. This venue is a place where the entire family can have fun and learn a thing or two.
It makes them open their mind a little bit more to see how other people are and their different type of clothing and what we eat too, you know.
Speaking of food, there's something to fit just about everybody's taste, no matter what your favorite food is. Here you'll find flavors familiar to the region on the menu.
Traditionally, these are found in Bolivia, and they're like it's the equivalent of the Mexican taco. You can find it everywhere from 6 in the morning to 11 in the morning in Bolivia. Anywhere in Bolivia, past 11 in the morning, you won't find it anywhere else. And it's something very different that we're trying to bring, trying to make it more mainstream here in California.
As far as what these savory pies are filled with,
they all have potato, onions, a slice of hard-boiled egg, and 1 raisin. And each one has either meat or chicken.
Chris Arnold and his family are familiar with this festival. We caught up with them to see what they enjoy the most.
Well, I would say the food is really the main highlight for me because you try a lot of different things that you don't normally get to try. I've tried a lot of, what did we try last year? Italian ice, the Mexican food.
We have a lot of Japanese food.
Japanese food.
Asian culture food.
Yeah, you can't really get that in a lot of different places. So, and it's really authentic. So, this is probably the best place to come.
As far as what's a go-to Asian fusion dish, Chef William Chen explains.
Most popular dish is our Korean-style fried chicken. It's different than regular fried chicken that most people have had. And the difference is that it's fried using a double fry technique, which renders out the fat from underneath the skin. So you're left with a really crispy skin, but the meat stays juicy. And we coat it with different sauces. So the ones we're presenting today are soy garlic and Chinese chili. And it's very popular with all of our customers.
Now let's head over to France and walk along the streets of Paris. This is where you'll find a food cart serving up tasty treats.
What we really are trying to emulate is the way that crepes are prepared on the streets of France. So if you go to Paris and you want a crepe, you're going to find it a street vendor, you know, a guy on the corner selling them. And so us with our food truck, that's what we're really trying to portray. Not a fancy gourmet sit-down restaurant, just simple street food.
Only here, the menu caters to American palates as well.
So we do traditional French crepes with a little bit of a California twist to them sometimes. We do have definitely the classic menu items, Nutella, butter and sugar, but then also some favorites here. We have a really good one called the California Sunrise. It's a breakfast crepe that has avocado and cheddar, eggs, bacon, things like that.
Now to Taiwan for their famous boba tea that is more than just an ordinary drink.
We're serving boba drinks, which we actually add a fusion of the traditional tea with the chewing sensation that not only is serving the thirst, but also is giving you a little bit chewing while you're eating. So it's kind of like serving both. So not as boring as just quench your thirst, but it also give you chew, a little bit fulfillment in the stomach as well.
After being cultured in international cuisine, let's gain an insight from countries and cultures around the world, including highlights and traditions.
We have a lot of traditional stuff. So in our wedding, we have more than 3 days. So there is the henna day for the groom, and there is a henna day for the bride. So there is a party there. And what else I can say is that after the wedding day, there is something called the jurtik. So the bride, she wears this one, the top, but she wears in red color, and she wears what I'm wearing on my head. And also we have is that after that, the bride, there is a day that she dance in front of all the people. This is what I can tell you about the most wonderful stuff about Sudan.
From Sudan to the island of Japan.
We have a great hospitality, so anybody's welcome to visit us. our country, and also we are very much in love of art of any forms. So as you know, you can see the origami is part of the art. We learn actually at home. I learned at 3 years old with my mother. And another one is we have so much to see. Most people know only just the Tokyo part or Osaka, those big cities, but we actually have preserved beautiful nature, so you can go outside of Tokyo or Osaka to visit and appreciate the nature that you will not be able to see any other part of the world.
Preserving the past is key for many, including American Indians.
I think the most important thing is to carry down our traditional heritage, our American Indian cultural, our songs, our drums, and the way we speak. Our language is so important to our children.
Now to the Middle East and Egypt.
They are by default, they are so welcoming people. So you will enjoy going and meet and socialize with Egyptians. And when you are there, don't forget to drink tea with mint and try the hookah.
Another must-see in Egypt?
It's one of the most memorable visits that you can have for all your life. It's a Nile cruise in Egypt.
Stopping by Turkey, you can be treated to Turkish coffee and Turkish delights. But there's more.
Turkey is literally east meets west. It's a country on 2 continents. Istanbul is a city that's physically on Europe and Asia. So we are a melding of both cultures, and we would like them to see that. We have stuff here that represents both our Middle Eastern side and our European side. So we'd like them to see that. We want them to taste delicious Turkish coffee because Turkish food is wonderful. So everyone should experience that. That's why we're serving Turkish coffee and Turkish delights. And we would also like them to meet Turkish people because Turkey is a country of hospitality. So we'd like to make friends. We would like them to come see us and be friends with us and enjoy everything they see.
Something else to see, more than 100 dance and musical performances taking place on 3 stages throughout the park. Now that you've been introduced to some authentic culinary cuisine, customs, and celebrations, it's possible your bucket list of places to visit is getting longer. For Irvine Scene, I'm Jacqueline Twag.